So guys, as the title says today, I'm sharing with you the soft life in Germany. What happens in Germany? The advantages of living in Germany, the benefits of living in this beautiful country, and most of all, why you should consider moving to Germany. So, number one, definitely has to be safety. Germany has a low crime rate, and through the strict rules and regulations and the law, they don't joke about that. It makes it a very safe country to live in. If I tell you that for the past almost 12 years I've been in this country, I've never had a gunshot. I have never seen a dead body lying on the streets. I have never seen or experienced pickpocketing or someone breaking into our house through the window, or maybe someone stealing from our car. And because of that, guys, you feel very safe. And for women, I know where I come from, for example, as a woman, you can't walk outside at night. It's very, very dangerous. You are either mugged, you could be raped, you could be even killed. But in this country, you see women walking from the bus stop at 12 midnight going to their homes, and they arrive safely because the neighborhoods are very safe. Number two, guys, has to be the cost of living in Germany. In Germany, despite the high rise of inflation that has affected the whole world, I still find like the cost of living still affordable, because as a working person, you can afford your accommodation, you can afford your transport, you can afford food, you can afford to have a happy family by providing for them. So, number three has to be the high quality, affordable education. In this country, I think with this rule, this system, they nailed it. Because if a child is born, like I would say from the first year until the third year, and you decide to take them to a nursery, you have to pay, I would say, around maximum 500 euros, depending on how often your child goes to the nursery. And then when they are now 3 years to 6 years, when they are now at the kindergarten, depending on your state and how many kids you have that go to the kindergarten, you pay up to, I would say, maximum 250 euros a month, which I find really, really fair. And then when your child now goes to the primary school and the high school, secondary school education, your child now pay little amount. Sometimes they have to contribute to the drinks. For example, in winter, some schools offer hot chocolate, and then the kids have to pay maybe 2 euros a month for this hot chocolate. And then in summer, there are refreshing drinks and water. Some schools will say for the bottled water, parents, please pay maybe 5 euros every month, which I think is fair. And the rest, guys, they do not have to buy it. And also, which I find really nice, is that you do not have the stress of buying school uniforms, because there are no school uniforms for the school kids in Germany. And then now when your child are done with their high school, they now have to go to the and they now have to go to do their apprenticeship, the Ausbildung, or they want to study at the university. When they're doing their apprenticeship, they do not have to pay anything except maybe for an administration fee. I remember during my apprenticeship years, within 3 years, I paid only 120 euros, making it 40 euros a year for like the scripts for the cleaning of the school and all that. That was the only amount that we paid at school. And then if your child goes to the university, they have to pay, I think it's about 250 euros. These 250 euros is also for the administration, for their train tickets, because students get a public transport ticket, which covers them the whole province. I think that's really, really fair when it comes to the education. And for those students also in general who have to be commuting every day, you can get a special bonus ticket for your public transport if you are not driving. Number 4 has to be the high quality of life. Here in this country, you notice that there are some things that are not compromised. For example, you know every household will have a washing machine, a dryer, a dishwasher. Those are the standards that they set themselves, and which I think it makes your life more efficient, more easier. And also from the high quality of life, you know that okay, I work 3 months, then I have to take a vacation because you can afford it. And going on vacation, it makes you have some like lovely feelings and dreams and to explore all those beautiful things. Yeah, and in Germany, you notice that like it's a high standard, and also which I have noticed through their education system. When a person who was born here, they reach out, or they came here in Germany when they were young, when you reach a certain age, I would say 21, most cases you're independent, you've got some amount saved in your bank account, you have got your own car, some already own property, which I think that's a high standard of life whereby young people are encouraged to have independence, where they have to think about their future whilst there is still time. So, number 6 has to be the healthcare system. Guys, there is nothing that gives a nation peace than having to know that we have got proper functioning hospitals. They are modern, they are well developed, and the system caters for everyone, regardless of your race, your religion. You have access to the free healthcare system. And also I find it very, very good because let's say I fall sick right now, maybe I've got a headache or a cold. I don't have to go to the hospital direct. Instead, I call my house arts, that is the general practitioner, the family doctor, and they will know what to do. They can examine me, do everything that needs to be done, and then if they notice that they can't do, I need a hospital, they will just get me to the hospital free of charge. I can just get an Überweisungsschein, that's the transfer, and I'm handled at the hospital free of charge. Sometimes it can happen that you face an accident and you are here at home, you fell maybe on the staircase. Now an ambulance has to come and pick you. The ambulance just comes and picks you and take you to the hospital. You won't hear stories like, oh, the ambulance doesn't have fuel, we need to get petrol, it's going to take us 3 hours to come and pick you. No, here an emergency is taken as an emergency, and they are very, very active in such things. They take the human health very serious in this country. And also at the hospital, you don't have to be queuing, whereby you have to arrive at the hospital at 4 a.m. and then you have to be there until you're attended at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. No, this is not that country. Here, the human health is very, very, very serious and taken in their hands. Number 7 has to be the stable economy. Hey, people in this country, sometimes I personally think it's too good to be true. That how can a supermarket be always full? How can this industry be booming? It's because here the car industry is so good. Most industries that are in Germany, like we've got big companies like the Bosch, the economy is stable. They know, whoever is in the government responsible for this knows what they are doing. That's what makes the economy stable, and there is no serious things. I don't even know how to put it. Guys, you get what you want and you can plan on your future, that okay, I know I can do this for my child, I can do that for myself, and because the economy is stable, you can do it. You're closer to your dreams at a stable economy, unlike where I can save 100 euros today, but I know 3 days time it would have lost value. No, it's not like this here. The economy is good. And then number 8, we can't all talk about the good things and not forget what we do for recreation. Germany, because of its location, you can do anything you want as a single person, as a married person, as a mama, whatever. Here it caters for everyone. For example, if you love history, we've got enough castles in Germany. You can visit the castles. You can visit Berlin and see the Berlin Wall. Those are the remains from the World War II. So anything history related, you can find it. And then if you want, for example, during this time of the year, Frühling, there is a Frühling Fest in Stuttgart. There is the Vasen. There are all these fun fairs. They try to entertain the people. If you want to go shopping and you think, I wouldn't want to shop in Germany, I would rather go to Switzerland. If you live in Stuttgart like us, it's within 2 hours. You are already in Switzerland and you're doing your shopping. And then tomorrow you think I will have breakfast in France. You can just drive to Strasbourg. And then you think, okay, I'm gonna spend the weekend in Denmark. You can do it. Or I just want to have some real beer, that strong one. You can drive to Poland. I think the location is amazing because also we share borders with 8 countries, so it makes you mix with a lot of people around the area. I think that's great. And then number 9 has to be the social benefits. The social benefits in this country, I think, are so good because the country takes care of its people. For example, there is Kindergeld. Every child living in Germany gets 250 euros a month for just existing in this country. Some parents get a bit more because if you've got more than one child, now the the amount changes. Instead of 250, maybe it goes up to 260, 270, 300, depending on the number of children you have. If you're disabled, you get some disability funds. If you can't work, like let's say something happens to me today and I can't go to work, the state takes care of me. And also I would say like the pension, if you've now worked all these years, the country still takes good care of you by paying you something, a pension account. And housing, some people face housing problems where like you can't afford a house. This state helps you get accommodation. And I think that when you've got all those basic things, I think you are good to go. And even if you come to Germany, like let's say you think, oh, maybe these benefits are only catered for the people who are Germans. No, you can arrive in Germany today as an asylum seeker. The country takes care of you. You are given accommodation. You are given a certain amount of money every month. You have given food and all those things. You are well taken care of. And even you've got access to the healthcare system, even if you're under asylum. Number 10 has to be the job security. When you are working here, you know your job is secure. You know that you've got a working contract. Everything is in black and white. It's written. You feel safe. And this thing of firing, just like, oh, you come at work today, and then you're just told, oh, you are fired. It doesn't work like that here. There is a system. And also, there are more job opportunities. As you know, I shared it also in my other video that Germany is undergoing through staff shortages, especially on the skilled workers. So, you know, I've got more opportunities. I can get another job, which I love. And also, when you're at your job, you get this opportunity to do the fortbildung. It's like the workshops that refresh your mind. For some people, you might have last gone to school 20 years ago and you have forgotten the things that you learned at school. And now there are also new systems. So you get an opportunity for you to learn this new system. And also what I think is good is when it comes to working, you know that at the end of the month I've got my salary. Well, some get paid bi-weekly or whatsoever, but you know that the salaries are good. And also You do not get the same salary for the next 10 years. No. Some companies increase their pay every year, some every 6 months, some every 2 years. It depends on what you do for your job. If you are a nurse, for example, if you work night duty, you get an extra incentive. If you work on the weekend, if you work on the public holiday, if you were off duty and you think maybe you can take an extra shift for you to leave home and go to work, you are going to get an extra incentive. So I think that's the job security is amazing. And also there are also good insurance schemes on these jobs. The insurance, I'm insured that in case I lose my job today, you are insured. Anything, you also say you are protected. Because I would say maybe something happens at work, maybe a patient hits you and so, whatever. The hospital, your directors, they know what to do, how you can get protected on this and that. Maybe you're mistreated by a patient or whatever, or at work, they know how to, or a customer, if you're working in other fields, they know how these things work and you're protected. I love such things because some patients take advantage of us, knowing that maybe there is nothing, but knowing that you're protected, it makes you motivated to work even more. So number 11, the leave days. You can't work all year round. They say work hard and play harder. So most companies, they offer you 20 paid leave days a year. Well, where I work, I get 30. It depends on where you work. And these are working days. The weekends and the public holidays are not included on these days. So making it, for example, in a year, you get about 6 to 8 weeks of duty, fully paid by your employer. How beautiful is that? You can plan your vacation days. You can plan more things, like maybe you just want to clean your home, spring cleaning with the mamas. You can plan a lot of things. And also, if let's say there is death in your family, you get some days off work. Well, for us who come from Africa, it's so difficult because one day you need the full day traveling to Africa, or sometimes even 2 days. So it depends on your employer. You can just talk about it. If you have exhausted your leave days for the whole year, you can get also 2 weeks unpaid leave, which is also okay. You talk through that. And also when it comes to the leave and vacation days, it's also good. You can plan it in advance. You sit down with your team. Some companies make like the vacation days or the leave days meeting where you say, guys, on the 10th of August until the 20th of August, I need a vacation because my kids are on holiday also, so we are definitely traveling. Then you talk together. I think that's really, really great to have a paid vacation. And also, I'm always looking forward to a vacation. So that's why we split hours, like three times a year, the big vacations, so that when I'm working, I'm thinking about, okay, what will I be doing at the beach? You know what I'm saying? So guys, number 12, it's the German food. Hey, imagine starting your day with your Brötchen. That's the type of bread. Germany has got a wide range of breads. I think it's the number 1 in the world with the different types of breads. And then you, for your midday snack, you also have a brezel. That's also a form of bread, a type of bread. And then when it comes to the lunch, guys, the food, especially when I'm in the city, I only buy from a German restaurant. My food, I love it so much, where you can find maybe a Käsespätzle. It's so yummy. I love it. During winter, you've got so Kartoffelknödel. It's like so dumplings with the red cabbage and Sauerbraten. I think it's like sour roast. The food here is amazing, and it's not too salty. Some would say it's too fatty, but I find it amazing. Maybe it's because it's not what I was used to. And I'm noticing also even on my child. My son eats the breads here. The pretzel. I don't know which child doesn't love pretzel in Germany. The food is great. Even the drinks, the beer, it's known like that the Germans are the German tankers because of the beer. Even in October, we've got the beer festival in Germany. Hey, we are puzwa. Yeah. The food here is great. You don't have to get worried like, oh, maybe I won't find our food when I'm here. The supermarkets are fully loaded with the foods that we get here. Like, well, the food is the same, but it's cooked differently from where we come from. So there's a wide range. You don't have to worry. You want organic, you get it. If you want the cheap food, you get it, and it's affordable. Food is affordable. For example, I would say for groceries for a family of 3, if you're eating organic food per week, you might need maybe €100, which I think it's fair if you're eating organic. And then if you don't eat organic food, even €50 is enough. And then I would say like a restaurant dining breakfast, you can pay €10, €15, depending on what you are eating. Lunch, I would say also around the same amount, depending on what you're eating. Maybe dinner, you decide to go to a German restaurant, or you're thinking of an all-you-can-eat buffet, you can expect to pay about €25 per adult. In some restaurants, the kids don't pay at all. Maybe from the age of 4, you can pay. But mostly, some will say, no, it's for free, depending on where you are. So, number 14 is there is no load shedding. There is no water shedding. You get your water and your electricity 24 hours a day. This is something that I've got to appreciate, because back home we had load shedding. We knew that every Wednesday we don't have electricity, and now it's gotten worse by the years. Last year when we were at home, I was wondering it was difficult, guys. We were home for 1 week. There was no water, and we did something else for our parents. We got water tanks, which we've got about 10,000 liters of water, reserved water. That was our good advantage. And I was so grateful that we thought about this earlier to get them that, because it was rough. But here, you open your tap, you've got hot water, you've got cold water every day, you've got electricity. In the hospitals, there is electricity everywhere. Guys, it's there. The street lights, the lights are always on at night. You feel safe walking down the streets. This is something that really, really touches my heart, because where I come from, in the neighboring countries, I know this is a struggle at the moment. But here, it's a need. It's like luxury. We enjoy it. I personally enjoy when the lights are on. It gives you, it's something great. I can't even express it. So guys, the last one, number 15, has to be, I would say, more on the luxury side, the cars. We all know the German machines, the German cars, the BMW, Audi, Mercedes, VW, we've got the Opel, and we've got Porsche. Guys, this is something that I found amazing, that anyone can afford any of these cars in this country. It's not surprising seeing someone driving a Porsche. It's just a car. Well, it's on the luxury side, but they just take it as a car. It's not like, I know, some place where, you're driving a VW, where they call it the Vropa. It's something great. It's an achievement. It's this. Here, the VW, outside the Polo, the Golf, the GTIs, those are still like student IDs. Because if you're thinking of buying a car, your first car, you have to think on those. So I think this is a lovely luxury thing. that you get to experience these cars. You can also book an appointment at any of the car dealers. You can ask to drive the car, or you can even rent it. If you, let's say you're traveling away, you can rent it at Europa Car. And also, some companies, like I'm a self-employed nurse, some companies will offer you, your agency can offer you a car. You choose. They'll tell you, oh, at the moment we've got Audi, we've got the BMW, we've got these. You can get the car to even for your own to use for your own private needs. So I think this is something so beautiful on the cars. And also still on the cars, at the fuel stations, there are no petrol attendants here. You do it yourself, which I think is so efficient, because time, you just come there, you tank, you go and pay yourself, you go. I think that's something really, really good also. And it also proves how trustworthy the people in this country are, where there is no one attending to you, but you do everything yourself and you still pay. And of course, now when you leave the petrol station, you go on the autobahn. Guys, 70% of the autobahn, that's the freeway, the highway, there is no speed limit. It's like, it's usually the 3 lanes. And guys, if you love speed, this is your country. Imagine driving at 200 kilometers an hour. I do that sometimes, and then someone overtakes you like you're just standing. I think it's so beautiful, like that there is the traffic. Well, we get traffic, but you get to enjoy your car. You also get to feel the speed, and also to reduce the traffic jams. And also the roads are amazing. You'll be driving on a carpet. I once saw a pothole. I can't remember where. It was small. We're driving. I think we're going to the city center. When we came back, the same day the pothole was closed. Like, guys, what's that? If I know, like, from where I come from, at the moment, the potholes on my let me not say much about it. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you loved all the things that I shared with you. Please don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends and relatives. See you on my next one. Take care. Bye.